Welcome to another video with Aisha Tale. In this video, we are going to hear about the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel. So if you guys are ready, once upon a time, near the edge of a great forest, lived a poor woodcutter with his two children, Hansel and Gretel, and their stepmother. Times were hard and there was often little food to go around. The stepmother, who was unkind, grew tired of the children's hungry faces and devised a cruel plan. "We cannot feed everyone," she told the woodcutter. "We must take Hansel and Gretel into the forest and leave them there. They will find their own way." Though the woodcutter's heart was heavy with sorrow, he reluctantly agreed, believing there was no other choice. But Hansel and Gretel, eavesdropping from their little room, heard the plan and knew they had to do something. The next morning, their stepmother led them deep into the forest and left them with the promise that she and the woodcutter would return soon. As they walked, Hansel dropped small white pebbles he had collected the night before to mark their path. When the night fell and their parents did not return, Hansel reassured Gretel, "Don't worry, sister, I have a way back home." Under the light of the full moon, the pebbles glowed, guiding them back. But their relief was short-lived. The stepmother insisted even more firmly that they must go deeper into the woods the next day. This time, Hansel and Gretel had no chance to gather pebbles. Instead, Hansel crumbled a piece of bread he had hidden and left the trail of crumbs. However, they didn't realize that the birds of the forest had eaten all the crumbs. Lost and scared, Hansel and Gretel wandered the forest until they stumbled upon a marvelous sight. A small house made entirely of sweets. Its walls were made of gingerbread, its roof of glazed tiles, and windows of clear sugar. Starving and desperate, the children began to eat the house. Suddenly, a kind voice invited them in. It was an old woman who seemed very sweet and friendly. She welcomed them warmly, gave them delicious food, warm beds, and safety. Little did they know that the woman was a wicked witch who lured children to her candy house to eat them. The next day, the witch revealed her true nature. She locked Hansel in a cage and forced Gretel to work, intent on fattening Hansel up before cooking him. Days turned into weeks. Every morning, the witch would feel Hansel's finger to check if he had grown plump. But clever Hansel would stretch out an old bone instead. The witch's poor eyesight deceived her, and she believed Hansel wasn't gaining weight. Growing impatient, the witch decided to eat Hansel, plump or not. She ordered Gretel to stoke the fire in the oven. As the witch leaned in to check the flames, quick-thinking Gretel seized her chance. Using all her strength, she pushed the witch into the oven and slammed the door shut. Hansel and Gretel were finally free. They explored the witch's house and found treasure chests filled with gold and jewels. Gathering as much as they could carry, they set off to find their way home. After days of wandering, they finally emerged from the forest and found their way back to their father's house. He told them after they left, he divorced the cruel stepmother. With Hansel and Gretel's return and the newfound treasure, in short, they never had to worry about food again. They lived happily ever after. And the end of our today's story. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. See you next time.